What's going on, YouTube? Back at it with another video. Look, man, it says mom realizes her son is a child preg. You know what I'm saying? He like them kids, man. And it's crazy because people gonna watch this right now. Y'all watching this. And some of y'all gonna find out that y'all kids later on in life is a whampeter. Hopefully it ain't mine. Cause little nigga, you going to jail. You liking them kids, nigga? Huh? That's crazy. You 27. Yeah. Nah, man, I hope nobody ever has to go through some shit like this. But yeah, before we get in this video, need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn in post notifications on, sit back and relax, and say a quick prayer, then we're gonna start this video. I got you. Dear Lord, I want to come here today just to ask you to continue to watch over everybody, to bless us, keep us safe, and, you know, give everybody a good week, and allow them to hear some good news this week to where it can make their lives a little better, their day better, their night better, whatever it is. In your name I pray. Amen. Ashe. Already. Like, comment, subscribe, turn in post notifications on. If you're a kid watching me right now, remember, always pray, my boy. God is real. And he love you, stupid.
My daughter's missing. I guess she never made it to school this morning. How old's your daughter? She's 10.
This is not like her. That pounded into her head since she was little, not to get into cars with strangers.
I need you to come to my house. My son wants to turn himself in.
The second I pulled her into my car, I knew she was dead. Random place, random time, random everything. I am a monster for what I've done.
A quiet Colorado community is stunned when a 10-year-old girl vanishes on her way to school. Chilling discoveries over the coming weeks turn a desperate search into a grim homicide investigation until the shocking moment a teenager confesses to police. The only problem is the critical evidence that says he had nothing to do with it.
I have proof that I did it. There is no other question. You just have to send squad cars, and I will answer all the questions.
Send squad cars, and I will answer everything. What? Why you want to send a squad? If you didn't turn yourself in, why can't we just pull up and come get you? He want this shit to be like a movie. He done already had this shit planned out. He like, I want to do just like... See, that's the good pros and cons of the movies. Pros and cons, because the movie be good for the people that got their own mind. You know, the people that think for themselves, it's like, damn, that movie was good. And they go back to their regular life. But some people don't. Some people look at movies and be like, I want to be just like that. They be leaving the movie theater thinking what their next move is and shit. Like, nigga, we just watch Boys in the Hood. We already like that. What are you talking about? I want to be broke. What the fuck? Wasn't nobody on there with no money. Shit crazy, man. I want to be a dinosaur, head ass.
Want to ask?
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. On the afternoon of October 5th, 2012, a desperate mother in Westminster, Colorado calls 911 to make a heartbreaking report.
My daughter's missing. I guess she never made it to school this morning. How old's your daughter? She's 10. Okay. Could she be with a father or anything like that? No, her father's in Missouri.
My niece in there she just turned 11 on my mama. I'll get one of you niggas. Oh! Touch her if you want to, nigga. Straight up. Huh? I got little cousins and shit. They watching me right now. What's up, cousin? How you doing, little girl, little boy? Y'all touching this up. Touch that little nigga ding ding if you want to, man. We gon' do that shit to you. I'm sorry to cuss your name, in Jesus' name. I'm sorry, y'all.
Did you last here? This morning when she left at 8:30. Did she walk? Yeah.
Ooh,
I checked her friend's house that she walked and they're not answering the doors. Okay. She doesn't have a phone or anything like that? No. Okay. Does she have a bike? Yeah, but she doesn't ride it to school. Well, have you looked? Have I worked? Looked for her. Have you looked for her anywhere? I went up to the school and my sister...
Dang, I remember them desks. Nigga used to take that pencil right there, carve that motherfucker because you just bored. Now you drawing in all the other carvings and shit. There's probably some gum under there. Yeah. Nigga playing with his ding ding under the desk and shit, putting his hands in his pocket. Yeah, that's what we did. We was nasty. And you didn't even know you was that nasty. Yep. Laying there, nigga, you done drooled on it, now you playing in it. Yeah, you nasty little motherfucker. Yeah. I remember that.
walking up to the
I can
school the same
smell
way
this.
that
I know what
she
this smell
walked
like right now.
with her dog, and I went to her friend's house and kind of looked around at the park that's down the street. There's no kids there.
Okay, what's your daughter's name?
Jessica Ridgeway.
News of 10-year-old Jessica's disappearance will soon grip the entire community, but in the early first hours...
Man, R.I.P. Jessica, man. Y'all, man. R.I.P. Jessica, man. She fucked up, man.
Jessica's disappearance will soon grip the entire community, but in the early first hours, it's the family that police need to speak to, including the other 2 residents of the house, Jessica's aunt and her grandmother.
How you guys holding up?
I don't know. I don't think her mother's doing well. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
She never does things like this. She's a good kid.
Yeah.
Jessica's not really one to want to even run away. I mean, she's pretty a homebody.
She's pretty, okay, she's, I know, kind of a homebody, but is she like pretty adventurous too?
I don't think so.
According to Jessica's mother, she packed her off for school that morning at 8:30, bundled up for the snow, and went to bed after working the night shift. It wasn't until approximately 4 o'clock this afternoon that she woke up to see that Witt Elementary had called with an unsettling message. Jessica never showed up to school that day.
And then I got in the car and I drove over to her house and knocked on the door and banged on the door and nobody answered. So I drove up to the school and went inside and saw that the office was closed. So I turned around and left and drove back to her house and pounded on the door again, rang the doorbell. And nobody answered. And so I drove home and then I called 911.
Damn.
Does she know like the house phone number?
She knows our house phone number by heart.
Does she?
She's not real clear on our address sometimes.
Does she know how to get home?
Transposes the numbers.
Oh, does she? Does she know like your guys' cell phones at all? Or just the house phone?
Just the house phone.
What do you think
I don't know. I have no
Jessica
idea.
could be?
I don't know. This is not like her. I pounded into her head since she was little, not to get into cars with strangers, so I don't think she would do.
Right, and then you gotta realize, like, these new kids, bro, generation after generation after generation, we get more, older. Like, so you understand shit more. Like, kids nowadays understand more adult shit than we did when we was kids, and then it was so on and so on. With that being said, if this from nowadays, you 10 years old, just going off all my nieces and nephews and little cousins, they know not to get over there with that man. Like, you can't just touch them. You know what I'm saying? Get your fucking hands off me. Sir, you a big ass man. Don't touch me. Yeah, my niece will tell you that right now. Don't fucking touch me. And I'll be in the back like, nigga, don't fucking touch her. You know what I'm saying? Like, these new kids is different. So somebody had to physically grab her or tricked her like into some shit. It had to be somebody close, somebody she trusted. And that's, nigga, that hurts, bro. That sucks.
That? I mean, in my mind, I think maybe she started off to her school, she missed.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
So she went heading on to the school too. She got to school late, maybe the door was locked, so she decided to go back home. But I don't know how she would go back home, and obviously she didn't.
The Ridgeway family insists that it would be wildly out of character for Jessica to simply take off, and the lack of answers invites darker possibilities.
I just been so afraid this is going to happen sometime, and now it did.
So why were you afraid this was going to happen?
I just always worried that somebody would take one of my children or my grandchildren. I mean, I worried about the girls when they were little too. And they'd walk to school. I just worried.
So that's what you think is happening?
That's something you
I
gotta
don't
be worried
know.
about.
I mean, that's the worst case scenario for me. I'm hoping that she's lost or in a culvert or someplace and can't get out and she's hurt and cold. My mother's convinced she's under some bush somewhere. I'm stymied. I mean, I'm hoping nobody abducted her. I mean, that fear's there that somebody abducted her because she just disappeared and she never does this.
God forbid someone grabbed her or something, what do you think her reaction would be?
I think her reaction, if it's somebody she didn't know and they just grabbed her, she would start screaming.
Would she?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
In their determination to bring up anything that might be relevant, the family mentions some recent troubling incidents in the area.
One day she said there were some people standing at the park that were just like standing there by the tree, and it made her nervous, so she came home. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, her aunt. I'm like, where the fuck did she come from? How you know all this? She did it. No, I'm playing. Rebecca Ridgeway. That's Jessica's young. Okay,
So she said they were just standing there like this by the tree.
At the beginning of the school year, or maybe it was the end of last year, they had that suspicious person up at the Kettner Lake, and we had talked about making sure never to talk to anybody you don't know, and kind of usually reinforce it about every couple
And it's
weeks.
crazy because they actually listen. They don't talk to people they don't know. They do the right thing, and it'd be somebody that they do know. And now, like, I always understand. Now, I ain't gonna say now. I've really always understood, but like, it's really hit my mind with shit now because I understand where my mom was coming from with like not letting my niece stay here or not letting her want to go here or nigga Trey, if you gonna do this, you need to tell me where to go. I'm like, I ain't gonna tell you where I'm at all the time and shit, but now I get it because like you vulnerable as a kid for real, and to be motherfuckers close to you trying to touch your booty and shit. And then if you got little girls, they cute curly hair and shit. It's that one freaky nigga in your whole family. And you be like, God, what the fuck, nigga? You touching kids? We finna beat your ass down. I'm telling you, one of my nieces, nigga, boy.
3 months.
What do you remember about that suspicious person?
I don't remember. It was, they sent home like a letter saying it was.
The school did?
Yeah.
In May, a woman reported being attacked by a man wielding a chemical-scented rag while jogging at the nearby lake. Though she fought him off successfully, he fled the scene and the police have yet to make an arrest.
Hey, so these are some pictures of a girl at 120th and Washington in a Circle K gas station.
Okay.
It looks similar to Jessica. I can't really tell, unfortunately. The picture isn't real clear. Do you mind just looking at these and tell me what you think here? I know those are bad pictures, but unfortunately that's kind of the best we can do.
It looks similar. That's kind of how she keeps her hair.
Let me see the picture.
What's kind of your initial reaction when you saw those?
I would say it's closer to being her than not being her.
But you didn't think that was your daughter when you first saw him?
Not right off the bat.
Unfortunately, the lack of solid information leaves Jessica's family reeling.
Oh, please God, please God, please God, please God. God, what was she doing? Can you please find her? Can we please find her? Can we please find her?
The search for Jessica Ridgeway becomes the top priority of the Westminster Police Department, but the little girl is nowhere to be found. 2 days after her disappearance, however, a man in neighboring Superior, Colorado finds a backpack on the street outside his house that matches the description her mother gave police.
Yeah, match the description. Nigga got her whole fucking name on it. That motherfucker say Jessica on the chain. This ain't even no thought. Open that bitch, I bet your last name on one of them papers in there. That's a big ass backpack. Wow, bruh.
Outside his house that matches the description her mother gave police.
It's gray with pink flowers on it.
Inside the backpack are Jessica's distinct purple glasses, school books, clothes that smell of urine, and a water bottle that says Jessica Ridgeway on the side. The finding is disturbing, but it's not until October 10th, 3 days later, that several sanitation workers happen upon a far more horrifying discovery while picking up trash on the side of the road, miles away from where Jessica was last seen.
And I just seen that black bag. I said, well, that must have, fell out of somebody's pickup or blew out of somebody's pickup or something. And our job's to pick up the trash. Well, I walked over, picked it up. Herman was maybe 30 feet from me, west of me.
That just made me think, like, if a nigga worked for a trash company, that nigga could get rid of your ass for real. Like, he could just have you all set up somewhere, boom, 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 but then act like you just part of somebody's trash and pick your ass up and dump you in there, and he just go about his day. Or if he be the one that find you, like, we was dumping the trash, found this, and then, like, it had nothing to do with, oof. Y'all better not fuck with them trash, man. Y'all looking at trash, man, like they ain't shit. That nigga had you missing, nigga.
And I said, what the hell? It was 30, 40 pounds, but it's only that deep and it's a bag at this tall. So what could be so heavy and so small?
He was like, man, I went to pick this bag up. And he was like, it didn't feel right. So we, started looking at it, and my friend Bobby, he gets like the broom handle, and he starts, poking at it. He didn't touch it, but he starts poking at it. He's like, man, I think that's something.
Did it look like that bag had been out there for quite a while, or?
No.
Like, nigga just dumped the bag on the side of the road, like, he wasn't gonna get caught. Bro was out there at nighttime like, fuck, I'm store right here, like, it's not gonna be day tomorrow. Like, what the fuck? Bro just panicked. I mean, I'm glad he did that so he can get caught, but like, that was dumb, nigga. What the fuck is you thinking?
No, because me and Herman both said, when a bag's been out there for even a couple days, it's got dust on it, it's got dirt, it's got the dew in the morning, them look brand new out the box in the ditch.
It was gooey on the bottom of the bag, like liquid was in there. But the sound of it, the top of the bag sounded hollow.
I opened it, and I thought, there's another identical bag, only it's rolled up tight in the bottom. And it's the same bag, but rolled up. I said, this ain't right. Something just ain't right. This isn't trash. And he asked Herman, got a knife? I said, I don't have a knife. And Herman had a box cutter knife, with the one with the razor blade. Mm-hmm. And he took it, slid it open, and that's when we just seen it.
And then that's when we see
that shit crazy. Like, this is a story they gotta live with forever. Like, bro, I remember one time as a trash man, like, everybody got crazy stories at their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of them stories he gonna tell his grandkids. Like, I used to work for a trash company back when you were like 9 years old. And we cut the trash open. It was a missing girl. He gonna show her the video. He gonna pull up the newspaper shit and everything, but like on the screen. We found this missing girl. She was cut up in a bag, bro. Like, golly, bro. That's like some trauma that they didn't even need. I don't know if they need it or not. They probably did something they passed and like, karma. Yeah, go ahead and put that trauma on your karma age.
Like the torso. And then I seen like if the arm was
just
missing,
crazy how your karma can
that
come
was
back,
sticking
nigga. You
out.
can find a dead body
And
and
then
have
it was
nightmares
also
forever.
split right down the middle, but all the insides were missing. So my friend Bobby was like, man, I think I'm gonna call the police.
2 days later, the Westminster Police Department confirms that the remains indeed belong to Jessica Ridgeway, turning the search for the missing girl into a homicide investigation. The news shocks the community.
Like, this shit seemed a little deeper than like being a pedophile. Like, cut her up, took her insides out and shit. It's like a little bit of like some creepy shit. You know what I mean? Like some goddamn not sex trafficking, but organ selling. You know what I'm saying? Cause, bro, and he a teenager. That's just, bro, you gotta be wickedly fucked up in the head, man.
Even as the discovery leaves a lasting scar on the men who found it.
I don't want to see another black trash bag. Dude, I'm not
Hello?
even gonna go down the street ever. But just seeing there no head, no arms, and no legs. It had to be hard. It had to be hard for the person that even did it.
The police find something else in the bag, a cross with strange markings carved into the side of the wood. And with samples they've obtained from Jessica's remains and backpack, they develop a DNA profile of an unknown suspect. But before they can identify a match, an unexpected phone call to the FBI sends the investigation in a new direction.
Why did you initially contact the FBI?
Well, because I really felt like I knew who had done it.
Who done what?
Who had abducted Jessica Ridgeway.
Okay, and why did you feel that?
I don't know. I mean, I know it sounds weird, but I think some of it was really intuition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mom, first of all. I'm kind of a paranoid type of person, I guess I would say. Well, not really paranoid, I guess. I'm just aware of my surroundings. You can tell somebody by their eyes, you know.
The woman says she's grown suspicious about the teenage son of her neighbor, Mindy.
And Mindy had texted me in July. She says, Austin graduated today. I said earlier or something. And she said, yeah. She says he dropped out of high school, took his GED, and he's going to school in the fall to become a mortician. And I thought, what kind of kid drops out of high school to go to be a mortician? And the cross thing was a big part because that's something that he wore a lot of that kind of jewelry, like the hemp necklaces and rope necklaces and stuff with the crosses on them.
Oh, he was one of them weird motherfuckers. What the hell? Was his mom in on it too?
Mindy had posted on her thing this picture of this project that he had done. And she said, I guess it was something that was at the Museum of Nature and Science or something like that. And she says, I've got it on my phone. What's the fastest, least messy way to dispose of a body? And she says, Austin knows.
The FBI...
Lock her ass up too. That is a nice neighborhood, by the way. That looks real Caucasian, and I like that. Don't see much cookouts happening over there, but gotta see what the backyard look like. But as I'm saying, yeah, lock her ass up too, man. Lock his ass up too. We don't even know who he is. That shit crazy. And you know you in a white neighborhood when the roads start naming Andrew Street and Alpha Street. What the fuck? Y'all got HOA over here, don't y'all? Oh shit. But yeah, look, man, lock them motherfuckers up, man. Do that shit to them.
Is already canvassing the neighborhood, and when they receive the woman's tip, they quickly interview Austin and collect his DNA sample.
And then she texted me right after and said, Austin just gave his DNA to the FBI. This is getting crazy. And they told me, play stupid.
Well, that's at 19.
And I said, what? And she says, at least they can rule him out now. Should be the end of it for us.
Unfortunately for the investigation, this is exactly what
I would
happened.
have texted her back, us, question mark, huh? I'm not involved with none of y'all. We were talking about this bit for, you talking about you and Austin. Oh, okay. That's what I'll text back. Are you talking about you and Austin? Just so the police see this shit. Are you talking about you and Austin? Y'all fucked? Yeah, because I'm straight. I'm screenini. No.
Austin Sigg's DNA is sent to the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, and like the hundreds of other samples that have been collected, it's not a match for the evidence. It's another dead end, and the hope of catching Jessica's killer grows dimmer than ever. That is, until the evening of October 23rd, 18 days after the little girl's disappearance, when a 911 call changes everything.
Hi, I need you to come to my house. My son wants to turn himself in for the Jessica Ridgeway murder.
And what's going on there, ma'am?
Not hear me. He just confessed to killing her.
I know. I want you to tell me what's going on. Can you tell me exactly what he said?
That he did it, and he gave me details, and her remains are in my house.
Did you see them?
No.
Is he there with you?
Yes.
Is he cooperative?
Yes.
How old is your son?
17.
What is your son's name?
Austin Sigg.
In a bizarre
Now you
twist,
tell her
the
she's
very
trying to tell so she
individual
can
that
get out of it.
investigators just cleared is now apparently confessing to the murder, and the 911 operator strives to get more information.
Do you think that Austin would talk to me?
Will you talk to her? Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Hello.
Is this Austin?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Austin. This is Molly at the Westminster Police Department.
I got Molly. I got white.
Can you tell me a little...
Molly. I got white. I've been tripping all damn night. Hannah Montana. That Hannah Montana I'm drinking a lean out of fennel. Got Hannah Montana I'm drinking. For a nigga Anna. Got your beat. She right Hannah Montana in the panorama. She a colored girl, but her wrist go trinko, hey! In the kitchen, and she baking like a Shan. Mama! Ooh, ooh, ooh!
A little bit about what's going on right now, or how you're feeling, or how did this come about?
I don't exactly get why you're
The bricks in the attic,
asking
the
these
Hannah Montana, the Molly go crazy.
I murdered Jessica Ridgeway.
Got Lizzie McGuire, got Lizzie Lohan, and I can't forget about Katie.
I did it. There is
I
no
keep the
other
white like the
question. You
80s,
just
put
have
the right
to
rims on the
send
Mercedes.
squad car something down here, and I will answer all the questions that you want to ask, or anyone wants to ask of me as soon as You gotta get down here.
Okay.
The teenager will more than live up to this promise as the evening unfolds. But for now, the operator has to determine what kind of situation the police will be walking into.
Do you have any weapons in your house?
I do, but I plan to use absolutely none of them. I will be sitting in my front room when the police officer...
So you gotta watch them kids, they got knives. You know, not like the, oh yeah, he country, he got a couple pocket knives, or this nigga, he got one knife. No, them kids, they got knives. Like, he got the Bowie knife, then he got this knife, then he got the switchblade, then he got this long machete. Like, you gotta watch them type of kids. Like, why are you so intrigued with knives? Like, this shit, you gotta watch them little motherfuckers, because they gonna grow up to do some crazy shit to somebody with a knife.
Or I'll be right next to my mother. I have
worse than the
knives
kids that like
in my
guns.
room.
Like, what the fuck is this? Why you got all this shit? You 17, so that means you've been collecting this shit for years. Yeah, you gotta watch them, man. They gonna do some nut shit.
And we own a few guns, but
bullets?
I'm giving myself up completely. There will be no resistance whatsoever.
All right, Austin. Well, like just like I said, I am sending you a police officer. Okay, but you have to understand that you know, we take this stuff very seriously, and like I said, you did the right thing by calling.
I would have to hope that you would take this serious, because this is important.
I absolutely am taking this serious.
Can you please hurry up? I need to call his dad.
Ma'am, I understand you want to call your husband, and I'm sorry, but I would like to keep you guys on the phone just until the officers get a little bit closer.
Well, how far are they?
They're going to be there in just a few minutes. Can I get
we can stay on the line, but do you have to keep asking questions?
Okay, no, I don't. Mom, can I just get your name?
My name is Mindy.
And Austin told me he's taking like classes at community college?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of classes is he taking?
He just said stop asking questions, nigga. You still on here asking questions, trying to keep me on the phone. I would've hung up. Geek, come get him. Straight up, she trying to save herself. Get her too. I hope they take the mom too for some reason. Cause even if she ain't got nothing to do with it, man, you raised this little nigga, man. Go ahead and get her too. You knew he was fucked up.
To be a mortician.
He wants to be a mortician. Okay.
The operator tries to keep Austin's mom, Mindy, calm as police make their way to the address.
Mindy, take a couple deep breaths for me, okay? Yep. Is Austin still there?
Nigga, that whole box looked like the 90s, early 2000s. Damn, that looked like my childhood in that box. All they missing. Spot! Is that Sly? Not Sly Cooper, but you know, the dragon. All they missing is like them little action figure niggas, like the big hands and big feet. They was like construction workers and whatever. I don't remember what the name was, but they was like, yeah, that was my shit. I miss them little toys.
They're with you?
Yeah, I'm hugging him.
Okay, you guys are hugging? Okay, you definitely did the right thing. You tell me when the officers get there. They're coming to your front door.
I know.
Are you with the officers or what?
No, they're not here.
Okay.
All them damn Ziploc bags.
Is Austin still calm? How is his demeanor right now?
Hurry up.
I'm trying to get them to hurry.
I'm trying to get them. Her voice. Whoa. Like, nigga, I'm trying to tell on myself, and you over here talking slow. I would have been hugged up. They would have got there faster when you hang up. That's all you gotta do is hang up. He's touching me. Beep, 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 beep. They'll be there in no time.
Be okay. Like I said, we're getting officers there as quickly as we can. Is Austin okay with you right now?
Yeah, he's just getting really anxious, and so am I.
Okay.
Anxious? Calm him down.
Go. Gail, can you hear me? They're here. They're coming up.
Police arrive at the SIG residence and immediately take the 17-year-old into custody.
Hey, Austin. I'm Officer Stetson. What's up?
You see how they do that? They show, hey, Austin, I'm officer. Glad you guys turned yourself in. Come on, man. I'm gonna take you down with us. Nigga, if that was a little black kid that did this shit, I'm like, come outside with your hands in the air. Stop resisting. You be like, damn. I helped y'all out. I'm turning myself. Do you have weapons? They would have tackled that little nigga and everything. Drugged that nigga to the curb. Kicked the cat. Man, they would have tore his whole house up.
Anybody else in the house? Hey, Austin, my name is AC, okay? Right now I'm just gonna put you in cuffs, okay? Just for, do you have any weapons on you? Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think that this will anyway bring any comfort to the Ridgeway family whatsoever by seeing me brought to justice at all?
Well, I don't know the family, so.
All right, man. Hell no, that ain't gonna bring no justice, nigga. You was too close to family, nigga. They hurt. You just killed a 10-year-old girl. And cut her all open and shit. We don't know what you really did. She suffered. Nigga, hell no. Nigga, we want your head. My family do. I don't know about the Suttons or whatever I don't know about her family. But we don't want you to go to jail. Turn yourself in to us. That's all you gotta do. You didn't even have to call the police. Turn yourself in to us. You could have called one nigga uncle or something. We would have came picked you up. Sent you an Uber or something, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then we would have called a gay cousin to come do that shit to you. Let you live a little bit. Oh, fuck.
But I would say in my experience, people like some closure.
Well, this is all I can give, so I hope it'll do.
If Austin is to be believed, the Westminster police finally have their suspect. The only issue.
Oh, hell no. He got that back front lean back neck stance. That back front lean back neck stance like he finna fall, but he's standing straight, but his neck up back. Oh, my mama, don't trust him. This nigga collect knives, bro. And he wants to be a mortician when he grow up. He only 17. This nigga look 31. The hell? Fuck, man.
As whether or not they should believe him at all.
So in your experience, how long does it usually take to get the DNA test back?
I would expect somewhere between 9 and 36 hours, somewhere.
Wow. They came.
You didn't want to be a mortician. You just wanted to cut people open for a living.
Swab.
Okay.
DNA swab.
Well, keep in mind, they're not open on the weekends.
Gotta love it, right?
Or the government.
That just seems wrong because, I mean, when you're hunting down someone like me, you would want those results back as quickly as possible and then close on the weekend. It's a relatively automated process.
At the police station, detectives first speak to Austin's mother, Mindy, who seems scarcely able to believe the nightmare unfolding before her eyes.
I was still in a towel, and I don't remember why I sat on the bed. I'm sure I was telling him something unrelated, and he said, "Mom, I gotta tell you something."
This is while he's still in the bed? Mm-hmm. And you're sitting there beside him? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me what he told you?
I don't know.
It's really hard to...
You can tell she a liar. She been lying all her life like her son. That's where his son got it from. She just seemed like she just a lie to get out of anything. She that white girl you dating, she totally in the wrong. And knows it. But she gonna lie her motherfucking ass off to get out of this shit. Have you in jail, you done lost your kids and shit. You're like, but you really gonna lie right now? This is crazy. What the hell? Mm-hmm. That's wrong. Be sticking my weenie in them white women no more. No more. For real, yeah, nigga. All my brothers got white baby mamas. And them niggas is fuck. They be like, bro, if I could kill this bitch, I would, but I can't, because I love her. I'm like, you love her? They be like, oh, grew up around her. I'm like, damn. That's crazy. Y'all here loving white women. What the fuck?
Just to deal with this whole thing right now, I understand this whole concept of this is pretty hard.
I want to help. I'm not sure I can remember.
That's crazy.
He had that look, the horrible look. I think the first thing he said was, I'm a monster.
If the detectives are going to get to the truth of this confession, though, the details will have to come from Austin himself.
Can we start with just the bottom line is what did you tell your mom?
That I murdered Jessica Ridgeway, and that I was responsible for her abduction and her death.
Can you talk to me now a little bit about what happened in this whole situation? Can we go ahead and start back on October 5th, which was a Friday morning?
I just remember I wound up finding a place over in her neighborhood where I could park where a car really wouldn't be noticed by anyone, just somewhere where all the fences were. Because, I mean, while I was driving, I was just kind of looking. And I saw her and I found the place to park and I parked and I waited. When she walked by, I grabbed her.
Were you standing by your car when you did that?
I was inside my car in the back seat. Because I had parked and I had hopped into the back seat and I grabbed her and I pulled her in.
Okay. Do you remember where that was
at? Not exactly. It was random place, random time, random everything.
Just random. That's why you can't be letting your kids outside by themselves. He just random. Pick her up. Do some shit to her. Cut her up. Just random. What the fuck? Like you letting your daughter go down the street just grab that ice cream like y'all usually do, and this could be the day. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
That morning, Friday morning, which was early in the morning,
bro.
And you drove over to Jessica's neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
What were you planning on doing that day?
I had the intent of picking up any female that came across where I was. That it didn't matter what time, where, it just anything.
So you were out, for a better word, hunting?
Yeah, that's the only word I can think of.
So when you initially took Jessica, you were actually in the back seat of your car?
Yes, and then I zip-tied her hands and her feet.
Did she come close enough to the car that you didn't have to get out?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I had to take one step, and that was it.
What was she doing when you did that? What was her emotional state?
She wasn't paying attention. She was messing with a snowball in her hands, and she actually still had the snowball in her hands when I was driving around. And
well, what was her emotional state once you actually got her into the car and zip-tied your arms?
Terrified.
What was she saying?
She was scared. She wanted to know if she was going to see her mom again.
And she was terrified, and he trying to like, nigga, what was you thinking when that shit was going on? Let's explain that. You seem all like I'm so sorry, and then she was like, you seem like you wasn't the nigga that took her. She was talking about she wasn't going to see her mom again. That's all she wanted. That's all she wanted was to see her mom again. Like, nigga, you was the reason why she couldn't. You could have just dropped her off at the house and, like, you could have been driving, hearing her say that and be like, you know what, nigga, I don't want to do that anymore. Cut them zip ties off and be like, yeah, I'm just dropping you off. It was all the joke. You know, they kids. Don't tell your mom. Just some, son, give her some cupcakes and ice cream. Be like, it was all a joke for your birthday. Happy birthday. I was just trying to scare you. Some shit. Tell them something, nigga. At least they got to go home. Nigga, I'd been sitting there right there ready to knock him in his motherfucking lips. Like, you did what? You did what? Get me out of here. Bring another one in. Get me out. They've been holding me back. No, get me out of here. Yeah, boy. Would have had me in there hot.
And she wanted to know who I was, where we were going. And I mean, I wouldn't answer all of her questions, but I would answer some of them, like if she'd see her mom again, and I would lie to her and I would tell her that she would. And I would tell her that she'd be okay, and one of her concerns was getting back to school on time. Because her mom and her teacher would be angry at her, and I told her not to worry about it, that I'd handle them.
Austin is describing an abduction that has been front page news in Colorado for the better part of a month. Detectives sit down with his girlfriend Anna to see if the subject ever came up between them.
We're here about Jessica. Well, tell me what you saw on the news about Jessica?
I just saw that she heard about her getting kidnapped and then finding the body, and that's about where I left off.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Austin?
Last week, Wednesday.
Last week, Wednesday. And have you and Austin talked about Jessica at all?
Not really.
What have you mentioned? You said not really. What have you mentioned about?
We were talking about how we couldn't think about anybody could do that to somebody. That's pretty much it.
But Anna doesn't yet know that her boyfriend has admitted to his involvement in this horrific crime, and she certainly doesn't know the chilling story he's sharing with the detectives.
So after so long of driving around, I found a place to park where I checked her backpack and she had no cell phone or anything. And after that, I hopped back in the front of my car and I drove back to my house. And I hopped out of the car and I opened the garage door and I drove in and I shut the garage door behind me. Let her out of the back of my car. I undid the zip ties. And I took her up to my room. And I sat her in my room and I played Netflix on the TV for her.
She probably was in there like, what the hell is going on? Like, you remember when you used to, your dad or your mom would take you to your cousin or your auntie house that you ain't seen in forever or some shit, and they got that little boy or teenage son that ain't never home, and you just in his room looking at his shit, you don't know what the fuck, you just like, just looking at shit, but you scared to touch shit. That's probably how she feel. Like, what the fuck? I don't even know these people though. I'm just in their house. She don't even know she finna be got. Nigga, that's terrifying. That's what I'm saying. She seen all these knives and ninja shit. It's dirty and shit all in here.
It's either like Family Guy or something. I don't remember. I've seen
Like
cartoon.
piss.
I just kind of sat there.
Austin tells the police that he left the room at this point to get Jessica a Coke and a microwave pizza to eat.
You actually went to the kitchen and got that for her?
Yes.
Would you leave her there?
Yeah.
Could she have gotten out? I mean, would you have seen her leave or heard her leave?
If she would have went by the window, then no. But any other way, then probably.
Because this is on the second floor, right?
Yeah.
It's got a two-story home.
No, and she didn't put up any fight at all.
Austin's grim confession takes place against the backdrop of the conflicting DNA evidence, and his grandmother appears to think something else may be going on here.
Do you know why you're here?
Because there has...
Nigga, this shit could be a fucking movie, bruh. Him got in, like that part right there in the movie would make you feel like, okay, he's not gonna do nothing to her. Getting her in the house, making her something to eat, doing this and that, not even locking the door, like she can run out if she wanted to type shit. Jump out the window or something. You would think in the movie like, oh, fuck. Thought he was finna do it right then and there. And then here come the action again. This could be a crazy movie.
My grandson seems to believe that he committed the murder.
Okay, and your grandson?
That's what I understand. This is horrible. This is the most horrible thing. There's got to be something wrong. He's not this person. Or maybe he made it up. You know, like I've heard, you know, I was talking about watching the cop shows and stuff, the cold cases, and I've heard about people, false confessions to be, just to get to be famous.
Sure.
Oh, maybe he did that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But despite the DNA dead end and testimonials from those who know him, Austin paints a vivid picture of Jessica's final moments that feels terrifyingly real.
After sitting there for probably an hour, maybe, I don't exactly remember, time kind of started feeling weird then. After that, I asked her to change into a pair of a shirt and shorts that I had, and I let her go into the bathroom to do that, and she came back, told her to put all her clothes in her backpack and get her backpack ready and everything to go back. Then after she was done with that, I walked up behind her and I initially tried to use zip ties to strangle her, but those cut into my skin.
So you was... Oh my God, bro. Sitting there and it's cutting his skin open. He don't even... Nigga, that probably scared the... Oh.
Didn't really work and weren't doing a job that weren't doing it. So I immediately, just without even removing the zip ties or anything, I immediately switched over to just strangling her with my hands.
How did you use the zip ties?
They weren't quite long enough, so I daisy chained two of them together and I...
You know how much force you gotta be? Cause like, I don't know about y'all, but like, all my cousins, that's like the first people you gonna fight and if you growing up with cousins, those are the first people you gonna fight, hate, love at the same time, you know? I remember being a kid trying to choke my motherfucking cousins out. Like, and they sitting there, and I'm sitting there and I'm squeezing them, fuck out they dumb ass. Or they try to choke me out, but I always knew like, duck this, cause my dad taught me that you always duck your chin, somebody trying to choke you out. They can't do it. So I always duck my shit and end up biting their motherfucking ass, some shit, poke their ass in the eye. But like, I would choke their ass out. Well, try to. That's from a kid though. Like from a teenage nigga, 17 to a kid. Oh, he probably was crushing her shit. That's so goddamn scary, bro.
Wrapped them around her neck and I pulled it tight, but it inevitably tore through my hand and wound up breaking.
You actually have a mark on one of your fingers. Is that from the zip tie?
Both, yes, on both hands. There's one.
On both of the index fingers right here, you have a little mark where those were from pulling on the zip ties?
Yes. When I choked her, I closed my eyes.
That shit crazy, man.
And I just said, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And then after she was dead, after she was, what I hope was dead.
Nigga ain't even cry once, he ain't sorry.
I put her into my bathtub, face down, and I made sure to fill it up with water to make sure that she was definitely dead. And
drowned her.
And then I cut off the clothes and threw them in a trash bag, and then
cut her open.
I sat and I cried.
According to Austin, that was only the beginning of an unspeakable...
Yeah, definitely only the beginning. First, what the... And that's all... The beginning is already fucking crazy.
Dark morning.
Why did you feel like you had to take her arms and legs and her head off?
Huh?
Because I felt like it was the only way that I could.
Oh, hell no. This motherfucker's nuts. This nigga ding nuts. Oh, he disassembled her whole... That's crazy. Yeah, this video getting yellow marked. Ain't gonna be no ads on this motherfucker.
Conceivably hide the body as if it was in more manageable pieces, I guess.
It's just a big question, but why are you trying to hide the body?
As soon as I realized I was past the point of no return, it's either get away with it or go to jail forever, possibly be executed, possibly anything. I didn't know. I don't know what my future.
You think you finna go get executed? Now they finna fuck you in your ass. Yeah, you didn't know that? You thought you was just finna go to jail, sit in the cell? No. They finna do that shit to you. You didn't know. Oh my God, he thought the shit was finna be a cakewalk. That nigga booty finna be busted. He's finna be a wife.
There's gonna be.
So you're fully understanding the consequences of what you've done, and that's why you're dismembering the body?
No, that's not why. That's why I turned myself in. It's because I understand the consequences of what I'm doing. Dismemberment was from that forensic science class. We had learned about serial killers, stuff like that, and the successful ones always seemed to be the ones who were able to make the body disappear completely. My main goal initially was to make it so that there was no trace, no nothing, where it was just disappear off the face of the planet.
Is that something you thought about before when you were thinking about doing that to someone?
No.
How would you thought you were going to do that?
I figured with just the utility knife, because I know that you can go around the human skeleton fits together kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. You get the right spot, they come apart.
He tells the detectives that he
crazy.
dismembered Jessica's body using the utility knife and an electric saw from the garage before stuffing her parts into several garbage bags and hiding them in a backyard.
This nigga was in there on some evil scientist shit. Just like, this nigga is nutty butters. Man, lock his whole fucking family up, cousins and all, man. That shit gotta run down the line somewhere. He can't be the only one. Because everybody got that crazy one in their family, but it don't ever go this far. This nigga's nutty butters.
Pool shed. A couple of days later, in an effort to
Straight
direct
ding
the
ding
search for
nuts.
Jessica to a different area, he left her backpack in a distant neighborhood.
I felt like that didn't work, and so I decided the day the torso part was found, I decided to take that specifically out of the pool house, and I brought it back up and I re-cleaned it and double bagged it and tried to make sure that I used gloves and everything. And I went and I just drove until I found a good spot where I could park for a minute or two, hop out, pull, just dump it off the side of the road and keep going. Because I felt like that was the biggest piece that I had to get rid of, because it was, I don't know, the worst.
But there was also a wooden cross found in that bag, an item Austin says he included as part of his devious ploy.
I was just walking throughout, and I walked into my room and I happened to see it just sitting there, so I cut it off of its rope and I just made some random engravings on it with the blade just to, you know, in case somebody...
What markings did you make on it?
That nigga wanted to get caught. He was on some serial killer shit. I was gonna leave a trace in on everybody. He was gonna do this again if he got away. For sure. And then start leaving wooden crosses and shit on it. He on some weirdo shit. Oh, hell no. That nigga eat his whole bowl of cereal, then pour the milk in there and be pissed. You be like, why'd you do that? I don't fucking know. You don't know anybody. Like, this nigga's crazy. I'm leaving. I'm not your friend no more. You don't want to be my friend anymore? No.
Well, initially I was gonna go for something cryptic like 666 or something that would be very clear that it was religious and demonic or something to get them on that.
Did you think that would distract them from you?
Right. If they're looking for...
They try to make it seem like somebody kidnapped her and tried to do a ritual on her or something and it had nothing to do with him. But like, nigga, you be wearing this shit all around town. You the only nigga at the school with some shit like this. It definitely was you. Boy. What the hell? Because when I see them 3 crosses earlier, I definitely thought that, like, oh, this nigga's on some evil shit. But that won't... Nigga, your DNA on her skin.
Religious fanatic. I'm not one.
Okay.
And... I mean, that's what I was trying to do, is make it so I didn't fit the bill.
Okay. Do you remember what the markings looked like that you did put on it?
I put the 3 little etchings on the front, and then on the back, I think I scribbled a Z or an S. I think it was like an S, or just kind of back and forth.
And what did you use to carve it with?
The same utility blade
that you'd used when you with the body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Austin says that he spent the week since the murder racked with anxiety, though it appears that his girlfriend didn't notice.
What about his attitude? How has he been in the last month? Is there anything
Because
different about him?
he's known for being
Not at
crazy,
all?
so it was regular
Okay.
to her.
Does he have any injuries on him? You haven't seen any injuries. What about, has he seemed happier than usual or sadder than usual or anything like that? Have you noticed anything different about him?
It seems that even those closest to Austin noticed nothing out of the ordinary, but then again, perhaps the young suspect was practiced in maintaining an innocent facade.
Does anything else happen before today?
One thing I had forgotten about until the media had brought it back up is the incident at Kettner Lake where the young lady was attacked. That was me as well.
Okay. When you talk about the Kettner Lake incident, do you remember what you did on that case?
I remember I made chloroform. I parked my car there and I just kind of went and took a few laps around they have a little walking path that you can walk around, and I waited for what I felt was an opportune time, and I just walked past the lady who was just walking by herself, and then I turned around and I tried to grab her, and she knocked me to the ground, and I don't remember after that. I remember going blank again.
Austin says that despite his chloroform-soaked rag, the woman was able to fight him off, but his involvement in this earlier incident is made all the more surreal and
This
heartbreaking
nigga tried
by the fact
to.
that Jessica's mom mentioned it in her first sit-down with the police.
What was your purpose in grabbing this girl?
I don't honestly know. My intents were probably to do the same thing to her what I did Jessica.
While the
Nigga try to do this shit right after, bruh. Or did they say before? Either way, he tried to do it. Just somebody else with chloroform, and they was like, "Bitch, get the fuck off! You're an alcoholic." Like, bitch, she's an alcoholic, nigga. You can't use chloroform for that motherfucking alcoholic. That shit, they breathe in that bullshit all day. That bitch be like, "Get your hands off me," and you took off running.
Police have yet to match the DNA from Jessica's remains to Austin or any other suspect. They have linked it to the Kettner Lake attack. Despite the lab results, it looks increasingly likely that the young man before them is responsible for both. And if this violence seems to have come from nowhere, a closer look reveals that there were signs along the way.
He had to go into therapy because...
Austin?
Yeah,
okay.
Austin. His mother found out that he was when he was about 13, 14, something like that. They call it addicted to pornography.
Oh.
And
At age 13 or 14?
Yeah, therapy for that, nigga. We all was 13, 14 addicted to pornography. That didn't make us go kill little girls, though. Man, nigga, all my mama, when I'm nigga was 13, 14, we was watching that shit every fucking night. Beating Johnson off. Walk him, walk him, walk him. Whoa! Going to bed, probably. That shit didn't make me want to go kill no little girl. Shit, I didn't need therapy for that. If you need therapy for porn, nigga, you just freaked out. For real. Like, you're doing it too much. Like, you watching the whole fucking 30-minute video and shit. You watching them pornography movies and you watch the whole 2 hours, nigga, you nasty in the motherfucker. You freaked out nasty. You need to check that shit out, nigga. Yeah, you need to check that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going, isn't this kind of normal for guys? You know?
But investigators will quickly learn that there was nothing normal about the content Austin was consuming.
Describe to me what it is that you've seen.
Like bondage, like forced sex. I've seen like dismemberment. I've seen everything. Like,
what were the things that would turn you on in your fantasy?
I mean, force, probably. I mean,
you talking about beating someone, or are you talking?
Being able to control what they do.
With this disturbing obsession
Yeah,
hanging
this
in the
nigga's
background,
nuts.
police are concerned that there may be more to Austin's nauseating story than he's admitted thus far.
Well, at some point, you must have been thinking about having sex with this young girl, right?
I did, but...
I did, but what? Ain't no but, nigga. You was finna stick your weenie in there. What the hell? And went and bought hella condoms. Like, you didn't just go get one out the little bucket. You went and bought a 40-pack. Oh man, nigga, what if I ever have a daughter? She ain't going to nobody's fucking house. I'm gonna be real, man. If you, my cousin, you, my auntie, uncles, y'all watching this, she ain't coming. And unless I'm there, she ain't spending the night. I don't care if you got a daughter, she not spending the night.
I mean, she was a 10-year-old girl. I couldn't imagine. It was probably the first time that I haven't ever had a sex drive in my life that I can remember.
At least he ain't no. I get that to him. He seen that little girl, was like, oh hell no, I ain't no rapist. I can't do that. Okay, that's cool. You did that, but you thought about it. So you still nasty, but he ain't do it. He had the heart. It wasn't in him. Okay, we gonna give you that. But lock his ass up still about everything else though. And just know, if you was a little bit older, like 13, 14, 15, he would have had you.
Why did you decide at that point that you had to kill her?
Because I felt like if I didn't, there was no way I could ever get away with it.
Get away with what?
Abducting a small child. I was so...
But you end up telling yourself anyway.
The second I pulled her into my car, I knew she was dead.
If other things happened with her body, would that make this worse in your mind?
I think that, yeah, probably, yeah.
It's only at this point that the detectives bring up a detail that was never released to the public. The wooden cross wasn't just left with Jessica's remains. It had been inserted into her. Austin ultimately admits to this desecration, though he denies violating her in any other way before her death.
How long have you been thinking about doing something like this to a young girl?
I would have to say...
It might be easier.
It wasn't even... had nothing to do with her age or anything. It was an easy target when she was laying there. All I could think of was, oh God, what have I done?
And what did you answer yourself?
I couldn't.
Did you know what you did was wrong?
I did, but I couldn't. I couldn't believe that I had done what I had just done.
What do you think society would think about what you did to Jessica?
I don't know about society because I've never really been that great with it, but I know that personally I am a monster for what I've done.
Yeah,
I couldn't find a better word to describe evil.
Oh God, me neither.
Exactly what
So you say evil?
Evil, yes.
Austin has admitted responsibility for one of the most shocking murders in Colorado history, but a piece of the puzzle remains missing.
What?
That piece is soon found when investigators realize that Austin's original DNA sample to the FBI was lost, and his name was cleared in error. When they test a fresh swab, the result is a match. But even without that match, the evidence is impossible to deny.
Let's go back to Jessica again. What you talked about the torso part.
Yeah.
What happens to the rest? What do you do with everything else?
Everything else, I moved then from out in the backyard because I felt like they had cadaver dogs or search dogs or something combing our area. And so I moved all those pieces from in the back of where the pool house was to where the detectives found them tonight.
Where was that at?
Under my house, under a crawl space.
The remaining pieces that are in your house, what do you think is still in your crawl space?
The skull, the head, the arms, and the legs.
In a statement in court the following year, the judge overseeing the case said, quote, "Evil is apparently real. It was present in our community on October..."
Yeah, that shit real. And this nigga's getting straight screenshotted. Nuts. This nigga's nut cheeks.
5th, 2012. On that day, its name was Austin Sigg. Austin pled guilty to 15 charges relating to the kidnapping, murder, and sexual assault of Jessica Ridgeway, the attempted abduction of the jogger at Kettner Lake, and possession of explicit material involving minors. Although being 17 at the time of the crime spared him for the death penalty, the judge sentenced him to life in prison for the charge of first-degree murder and at least another 80 consecutive years for the additional charges, ensuring that he will never be released.
Gotta keep him forever.
1 year after her death, the Westminster community honored the young girl with the dedication of Jessica Ridgeway Memorial Park, just down the street from where she lived. The dominant themes of the park are purple and green, Jessica's favorite colors.
That's crazy. That shit is nuts, bro. What? There's some crazy people out here, bro. For real, you gotta watch these motherfuckers. Judge people. I don't know why only God can judge. No, he can't. And not trying to go against God, but I judge every day. That's how I survive. I'll go outside and judge the air. Oh, it's hot than a motherfucker. I'm finna put some shorts on. Like, why does that nigga keep looking at kids like that and licking his lips? I'm judging him, and then this nigga turn out to like kids. Bro, you gotta, man, come on, man. You gotta start judging motherfuckers. Like, if you got food and you know your fat ass cousin gonna eat your food, don't bring your food home, cause you judged him. Like, nigga, I know for a fact his fat ass gonna eat my shit if I just leave it in there. See? Now, you can't, don't disrespect nobody, but just be safe, be cautious. For real. But yeah, man, that's gonna be the end of this video, man. Y'all made it this far, drop a comment, man. Need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn in post notifications on. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace. Hold on, let me get that 5 seconds in. Peace.